everyone, welcome to another episode of Creators and Hustlers. My name is Rehana Jeffrey. I'm the founder CEO of Glitteray and Creators and Hustlers. Today's conversation is going to be about pricing strategies. I see a lot of new entrepreneurs and even maybe existing entrepreneurs make a common mistake, and that is to price your product or service too low. First, let's look at the most commonly used pricing strategy, especially in Sri Lanka and maybe even some of the South Asian countries. It's called the barter pricing. And yes, that's from the Bata company, and their strategy is to price their products at $5.99, $6.99, $7.99 and $8.99. As consumers and over maybe years and decades, this pricing strategy has worked successfully because we believe that buying a product at $6.99 is cheaper than buying the same product from a competitor for 700 rupees or even like 701. So what happens here? The modern way of pricing has maybe changed the way things are perceived. So let's look at 4 ways of pricing that is commonly used now in the modern type of economy where people are shopping online. The first pricing strategy is called the cost plus margin. With the cost plus margin, it's actually easy to come up with a price because it's basically the cost of goods and then you add a markup or margin on top of that and come up with a selling price. The second pricing strategy is called a penetration pricing strategy. That is especially relevant when you are new to the market, you're trying to enter a new segment or maybe a geographical location, or you actually have a new product that needs to be introduced to the market. So entering in with a low pricing helps you initially to get customers to test, try and buy your product, and it also brings in an immediate cash flow. The long-term result of this is that it's a bit harder for you to change your pricing because with the penetration pricing, your pricing is already so low that you end up having to compensate by discounting and giving offers to just keep your customers engaged. The third pricing strategy is called a competitive pricing strategy. The competitive pricing strategy is what most businesses, especially new up and coming home businesses and e-commerce businesses that are selling on social media use. That is to price your product or service below competition. Yes, it might be easy, and yes, it will definitely bring you revenue and the sales you want maybe for the first 3 months or maybe for the next 6 months. But that is not a sustainable way of building a brand or selling your product and service in the long run. It is attractive for a consumer to buy a product that's cheaper, but brand loyalty and consumer engagement is built on giving a good product, which is value for money, yes, but also fetches a good price in the market for you as a brand. So what happens by pricing your product lower than competition? It's simple. You're always one step back from your competition and your competition is always one step ahead. So let's say, for example, you need to launch a new product or service. You won't be able to fetch the price that you want because your competitor will always be able to mark up and sell it at a different price. The fourth and last strategy, and it's something that I personally use with my businesses and I also would recommend for you to try it out, is called the value-based pricing strategy. So what is a value-based pricing strategy? So this is something brands like Tiffany, Gucci, Dior, even brands in the semi-luxury industry use. They price their product to fetch a certain value. Let's take an example that's closest to my heart and it will make it easier for me to explain to you. So let's look at the brand Tiffany. Tiffany's pieces have a legacy and they have a history and they have a craftsmanship. So that's the value that they bring towards a consumer. The price that you pay is to be able to buy into that history and that story. The same piece, especially you would see the Tiffany heart locket, can be redesigned and recreated by another jeweler, another high street jeweler, but it wouldn't fetch the same price as what Tiffany would sell it for, even though it might be very similar or almost identical to what Tiffany is selling. How is Tiffany able to do that? Because that is that is the tactic behind value-based pricing, because from the get-go, from the start to inception, Tiffany always pushed their legacy, history, story with the pricing. So once you price with value-based in mind, you would always be able to increase your revenue and increase the categories and sell different products and different services fetching similar pricing. So saying all of this, I would like to recommend you to try out maybe possibly combining two strategies together, and the easiest would be first to try the cost plus margin or markup and then combining it with the value-based pricing. As a new entrepreneur or an existing entrepreneur, it's important for you to first value your product and value the product pricing at which you want to sell the product. Because if you sell your product at a lower pricing, it tells out a story to your customer that you don't value your product or service. So don't take a pricing strategy for granted. Spend more time researching on it and look at what is most suitable for your industry and your product and service and your market. I hope this was helpful. Please do subscribe and like the video and share it with your friends. I'm hoping to have more videos coming out. Lately, I've had a lot of inquiries, a lot of people reaching out to know more and learn more. So I'm excited to share more with you soon. Thank you.